Welcome back to Module 4, Task 5 of Case 1, the Review section, Apply Item. I have opened the database to ensure that, again, you are getting all of your information correct to be able to reconcile against it. So we want to switch to Form View, and we're still on our tutor data form. So task 5 wants us to add new tutor records. So if you haven't, or if it did not open in Form View, remember we have Layout View that gives it what it would look like. It's kind of like your draft. And then you have your Design View. That's your baseline structure. But we are making sure that we are in our Form View here. I have to change the box. There are we. It says go to a new record. On the Home tab, you can select New Button, or here you're going to click the New Record indicator. So this is the error. Here you see New Blank Record. Has an asterisk there. So click there. And here it takes you to the next open available record. Space. Next, you're going to click to your tutor ID field, and you're going to enter your data as stated as shown in the table with your instructions. Again, I am going to 3, 5. The records that it asks you to enter are going to be 3562. This is the information or the data that's going to be entered into the form for Damien. So once we ensure that we have our groups only done, we're going to press Tab or Control S to make sure that we have saved this record. We want to make sure that we save the form and close the form. So again, you're adding the record 3562 to the tutor data table. And we're going to close. Task 7 wants us to create a form with a subform. So we're going to go to Create, Form Wizard, select Student Table from the drop-down list. From the drop-down list, we're going to do Table Student. Add all student fields. So we're going to double-click the arrow. Select Contract Table. Oh, my mouse. So we're selecting add contract date. So we're going to add from the contract table, we're going to add contract ID, contract date, session type, number of sessions. We've got one in there. There shouldn't be. So we have contract ID. We shouldn't have student ID. So we have contract ID, contract date, session type, number of sessions, cost, and select next. We want to view data by student. Select next. Select data sheet layout. So ensure your data sheet layout is selected. Click next. Here you're going to name the main form, contracts by student. So here's where you're going to update the name. And again, I'm doing processes, so my screen may look different from yours in the examples or in the practice. So we want to, once we've named it, we want to name the subform as well. So the subform is going to be named contract subform. I'll just put a Z in front of mine just to make it different. And then we're going to select finish. Again, I'm not sure if that printer connection, if you'll see it or not. It could just very well be my network or my printer trying to connect. So if you don't see it, don't worry about it. And if you do, it may be from your network. For task 8, we're going to change the main form title. So in order to change the main form title, we're going to select the Home tab, change to the Layout view. Remember, that's kind of like our draft view. And click on the title. You'll see it highlighted in some way. And they want us to type contracts by student, title changed to 3 words with spaces. Oh, I'll mention that in the frequently asked questions. That's something I just thought of. Task 9 wants us to resize the subform columns, resize the subform columns. So we're going to click in the subform area, just here. Click anywhere on the data sheet, resize the contract ID column. So an auto fit. So here, the double click is going to be the auto fit. Resize the type column. For task 8, we're going to change the main form title. So we're going to ensure that we are in the layout view. And we're going to type contracts by student. And I'm apologize if this is a duplicate. I need to press enter to commit it. So the title changed to 3 words with spaces. We're going to resize the subform columns. So it says click in the subform area. Again, this is your subform area. Once we click in the subform area, we're going to resize the contract ID. So we're going to resize all of our columns to do auto fits. If you just scroll from one side to the other, like, don't do it. Let's see, I'm sorry. is like there, and you just kind of bring it in and you keep, oh, my screen is so small. You have to be able to click in between the columns themselves to be able to change the column widths and size. All right. So my contract ID, make sure you double click in between. Again, stable mouse, definitely a plus. And also number of sessions, okay? So once we've adjusted all of the columns, they want us to navigate through the records and just make sure that you have subform data. Once you've done that, just look at your data and determine if anything needs to change, be updated, resized. If it does, go ahead and do so. And we're going to save the form. Go to the first record to change the first record names and close. So this will be task 10. Task 10 is to change the first record names and close. So we're going to go to our first record by navigating to the record here. Click in the first name field. So here my screen is navigated to its own direction. So I'm going to go up to click in my first name field. Type your actual first name. You're going to click in the last name field. Select current name, type your last name. I am not, wait a minute. I am still in layout view, and remember this is a draft of actual data. So in order for me to input the data, I am going to need to ensure that I am in the correct view. So if you do run into an issue with you not being able to type into the actual form itself, just ensure that you have changed your view to form view, because that's where we're going to do our data entry for forms. So here they wanted you to update your first name, last name, save your changes, and close the contracts by student form. Task 11 is create student contracts using Report Wizard. So task 11 will start with the reports area. And I will wrap this up here and we will be back with module 4, task 11. Thank you.